chapter 5, reading from 1 to 10, in the passage. Let's look at verse 7. Our fathers have sinned, and are not, and we have borne their reproach or their iniquity. Remember, O Lord, as our wrath come upon us, consider and know our reproach. Jeremiah had a rough life. Rough. For Jeremiah, ministry was very hard. He was a man of deep sorrow. He knows what it is to preach, to warn, and to cry for a nation that just didn't kill. Jeremiah loved the nation, he loved the people. He truly loved God, but he was saddened by the disgrace that came upon Israel. Where you go when you are discouraged, when you are disappointed, when you are sad and broken, who do you talk to? Well, I believe the best place to go is on our knees. I believe the best person to talk to is God. That was exactly what Jeremiah did. The passage describes the people's condition at the time of this prayer. It was horrible. Sin, disobedience, and rebellion can be very destructive upon an individual life as well as a nation. Israel, at this time, has lost everything, and it seems as if God has turned his back on his people. Despite this situation, Jeremiah was praying for the people. He was praying. Today, a lot of people have to say that the church is sleeping. Some have nothing good to say about the church, but they are still people of God praying for this nation.
Yes.
Lamentation 5. First and foremost is a prayer of confession. Jeremiah was confessing the people's sin. That's why we want confession. Look at verse 7. Starting at verse 7. It says, our fathers sinned and are no more, but we bear their iniquity. Reading the same verse from the New Living Translation. Our ancestors sinned, but they have died, and we are suffering the punishment they deserve. So the fathers sin, the children get the whipping. The fathers sin, the children are suffering. Look at verse 16 again. The crown has fallen from our head. Woe us, we have sinned. Confessing this. The crown figuratively they represent the glory and majesty that had belonged to Jerusalem. That glory was no gone. It was lost because of sin. Sin puts people to shame. So he confessed that they have sinned, right? Confession. But now let's look at the effect of sin upon the nation. Point 2. This grace. Verse 1. Remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Look and behold our reproach. Look, Lord, remember us. Look at our situation. And remember us. What is the problem in Israel? Verse 2. Our inheritance has been turned over to aliens and our houses to foreigners because of sin. Because of their forefathers. The very land that God blessed them with now belongs to aliens and foreigners. Truth is, brethren, if God makes a conditional promise with you and me, and we faithful to our bargain, to our side of the bargain, then God, in His sovereignty, has a right to take back His blessing. He has in His sovereignty. Look at Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 40. Moses surveys how God drove out the nation before Israel and how He will give them the land if they keep God's commandment. If they keep God's commandment, they will dwell in the land forever. But what if they fail from being faithful, from keeping the commandments? God has a right to drive them out. Verse 17 says, because of this, our heart is faint. Because of these things, our eyes grow dim. People's heart was heavy and their eyes were full of tears. That is why Jeremiah says in verse 1 again, remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Look and behold our reproach. Look down, look. God heard Jeremiah's prayer. God is not deaf. God don't have any problem remembering. But sin is destructive. Verse 18. Because of Mount Zion, which is desolate, the foxes walking up on it. This verse is actually saying that the place where the house of God was is now occupied by foxes and jackals. So there was a place for worship in Jerusalem, but this place was destroyed because of the disobedience of the people. And now this particular place is occupied by wild animals. Desolation upon the land. But it gets even worse. Look at verse 3. We have become orphans and waif, fatherless. Our mothers are like widows. Besides losing their property and their houses, the people also lost their rights. In Israel, orphans and widows were the most helpless people in society. They were helpless. They had no one to stand up for their rights or to ensure that justice was done. In the text, men were defenseless as orphans and fatherless, and women were vulnerable as widows. And that makes verse 11 very, very sad. It says, they ravish the women in Zion, the maidens in the city of Judah. Reading the same verse again from the New Living Translation. Our enemies raped the women in Jerusalem and the young girls in all the towns of Judah. Can you just picture the disaster in Israel? We pay for the water we drink, and our food comes at a price. Verse 4. If they don't buy the water that God gave them, they can't cook, they can't wash, they can't bathe, they can't do anything. It's their water, but they have to pay for it. We're not talking about pipe water running from house to house. No NWC. We're talking about rivers and fountains and wells. All these things belong to the Israelites, but because of the sin of their forefathers, they have to pay for their own water. That is destruction upon the nation. Same verse says, they are to cook something, they have to buy the very one that they need to cook. Buy it. They pursue at our heels, we labor and have no rest. Meaning that they were slaves again. They were slaves again. We have given our hands to the Egyptians and the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread. Meaning that there was a famine in the land. Giving our hand means that they submit to their enemies for food to eat. Get our bread at the risk of our lives because of the sword in the wilderness. There was a time when a nation hear about Israel, they trembled. They were fearful. Because at that time, God was fighting for them. Now Israel is so low that servants rule over them. Jeremiah was crying for the nation. Crying for the nation. But let's go back to verse 7 again. Crying for the nation. All of this, all that is happening now, is because of what those who are dead did. There is this song that People sing at night. Anything you do yourself. It's partially true. Try to do bad do yourself too. Yes. But you know what? The bad things that we do affect even the baby in the womb. Even when you're dead and gone. Yes, sir. Verse 7 says, all of this happened because of their forefathers who were now dead. So when we do right, we don't just do ourselves, we do our family. Yes. The unborn baby feels it even though we are dead and gone. Yes. Ancestors worship idols, sacrifice their children, live every single man of evil, though they are dead. They are in their tomb. Those who are alive are suffering. The suffering continues. Verse 10. Our skin is hot as an oven because of the fever of famine. Princes were hung up by their hands, and elders were not respected. The nobles in the land, they were like nobody. And the elders were not respected anymore. Young men from at the millstone, boys covered under loads of wood. The elders have ceased gathering at the gate and young men from their music. The joy of our heart has ceased, our dance has turned into mourning. Famine is on the land because of ancestors. No respect for the present elders because of ancestors. Persons were being harmed because of ancestors. Young men overworked because of ancestors. Little boys. We're suffering under heavy load because of those who are dead. Yeah. The elder sees gathering at the gate. Elders used to gather at the gate and discuss matters and try cases and whatever it is. No, nobody is at the gate. In fact, there is no gate anymore because the temple is torn down, the wall around the city is torn down. It is a desolate place. Nobody will try anything. They have lost their authority, their hope, their joy. No more you hear young men and women playing instruments and singing and dancing. All of that is over. Joy is replaced by sorrow and sadness and despair. Yeah. Joy turns into mourning. Joy turns into mourning because of those who are dead. Jeremiah was carrying a heavy burden for Israel. Heavy burden for Israel. Some parents have an idea of this. Because sometimes when you talk to your children and they go listen, it becomes heavy and well, it was extremely heavy on Jeremiah because he was carrying the burden of the nation. The whole nation. Brethren, some of these things are happening in Jamaica right now. Elders are not respected anymore. That was respect. Wasn't like that back in the days. But now, seems like it's a bit of the past. Now God for the few weeks to show respect. Back in Israel in old days, people work, and overwork for little and nothing. No, it is the same thing as other persons. When they work for the whole week, next Monday, all they have is a few to go back to what they did. Women are being raped today just as in Israel. Yes. People are still living in fear. Just like Israel, they are homeless, fatherless, motherless, hunger and thirst. It is still in Jamaica right now. Jeremiah took time out to pray for the nation of Israel. The condition of Israel kept him on his knees. The condition of Jamaica should keep us on our knees. Sweet hour of prayer. Cause me from a day of fear. When I was young and I used to keep talking about people wanting to hear the news, I didn't really never affect me much. But to be honest, today is different. I honestly sometimes don't want to hear the news. It is sad. It's even worse when you hear on the news that this or that has happened to somebody close to you. You know, you might not hear that happened to somebody close to you. You might be the next person. I might be the next person. But despite the situation in Israel, Jeremiah was praying one when you go down to verse 19. Jeremiah exalted God. That's my next point, exaltation. You, O Lord, remain forever. Your throne from generation to generation. Lord, a lot of things, whole lot of things are happening in our nation, but you still remains God. People are suffering, yes, Lord, but you still remain God. People are dying, you still remain God. People are sick and discouraged, disappointed. You still remain God. Some think that you don't exist anymore, but God, you still remain God, eternal from generation to generation. You are God. Yes. God, even though I don't like what is happening, you still remain God. You're still in control. If I die this evening, you still remain God. In good times and bad times, God remains God from generation to generation. There is no end to you, Almighty God. You remain God. And you will act in time. You will act in time. So if you die like John the Baptist, or cut in two, like the saints in the book of Hebrews, or we are delivered from some situations, Lord, you still remains God.
Yeah.
Restoration. Verse 29. Why do you forget us forever? Why do you God forget us? What not just forget us? Why do you forget us forever? Jeremiah was tired and worn out. Why do you forget us forever, God? Remember us, can you up now? God's timing and your timing is different. Why do you forget us forever and forsake us for so long a time? Turn us back to you, God, and we will be restored. Renew our days as a whole, unless you have utterly rejected us and are very angry with us. Jeremiah and others, they were praying for restoration. Restoration. They were asking God to restore. When God will restore and renew, then it means that their inheritance was taken from them, they'll get it back. When God restore and renew, then the ungodly who rule over them have to step back. When God restore and renew, then you will hear music in the city also. When God restore and renew, then respect will be shown for the adults and even for the children. No, Virgin, I have respect for the madman. I have respect for everybody. Because you know I never know. Any one of us could be that same madman of here. So I don't laugh for them. I pray for them. When God restored and renewed, then the house that was taken from them, it went back to them. So Jeremiah was praying for restoration and Israel. I believe that the church must also pray for restoration. Yes. Pray for restoration. Israel was so low that it's like the ladies don't look forward to get married anymore. They were raped and abused. And those who caused it were dead and lying in their tomb. They could just come back and somebody just dress on it. But then you know how sometimes we mess up. You can't judge them anymore because they are dead. Dead. But sometimes we mess up. But you know what? We have time to pray. We have time to repent. We have time to change. Restoration was Jeremiah's prayer. I close by saying, one thing is worse than Israel's salvation. It is eternal damnation. Eternal damnation. Jeremiah had hope that God would restore. But in heaven, there is no restoration. In heaven, prayer has no effect. In heaven, hope is God. Yeah. In heaven, they don't have things paid. That is good. They don't have things paid. Okay, they have things paid here than in their glory. The time to seek the Lord is now. Before you die, seek the Lord Reach out and touch Him. Believe His word. Confess your sins to Him. Eternity is now. Before you die, see the Lord. Before you die, my friend, see the Lord. Reach out and touch Him. Oh, believe His word. Confess your sins to Him. Eternity is now. Before you die, let's read it two more times. Oh, before you die, my friend, sing along. Reach out and touch Him. Oh, believe His word. Confess your sins to Him. Eternity is now. Before you die, see the Lord. Oh, before you die, oh, see the Lord. Reach out and touch Him. Believe His word. Confess your sins to Him. Eternity is now. Before you die, see the Lord. God, thank you for your word. Thank you for another opportunity to preach. Thank you for those who hear the word. I believe you are ministering to our hearts, you know. So Lord, continue to be with us. Continue to be glorified. Continue to speak into the hearts of those who know you, but don't have a personal relationship with you. God, I want to make a step, make a decision before it is too late. We can testify how long we have lived, but we don't know how much time